we are very honored to have Cyndi Osajima with us today. She is our new Executive Director and Project Donna, after having been mentored by Mrs. Rose Nakamura for the past 25 years. I have learned a lot from Betty, our previous site coordinator, and Cyndi and Rose, and I'm still learning how to be a site coordinator. So if you are a volunteer, or if you'd like to be a volunteer, now is a good time. Cyndi, please share your words with us.
Good morning, good morning.
Morning.
I'm Cyndi, as Jean said. I don't say I'm following the footsteps of Rose Nakamura, because nobody can, she's incredible. So I accepted the position of Executive Director of Project Donna, and it's been a little bit over a year since I've been Executive Director, and I've learned a lot. But thank you first of all to Reverend Sumikawa, members of the Windward Buddhist Temple. I have it both done, but they're crossed out. Project Donna, volunteers, and friends. It's really a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here to speak. This is my official speaking engagement, so please bear with me. But in looking through the newsletters of Kailua, or Windward Buddhist Temple, I've seen you've had like speakers like Reverend Okano, you're going to have like Reverend David Nakamoto, Reverend Irene. So I really feel privileged. But first of all, I want to say congratulations. This is the 28th anniversary of Project Donna at Windward Buddhist Temple. It's been in existence for 28 years. And so I'll go into that later on. But and this is my opportunity to thank all the volunteers, everybody, for their support of Project Donna and at Windward Buddhist Temple. And I want to thank you for making the dream. In our 25th anniversary booklet, we had Mrs. Shimeji Kanazawa, who was our founder, our beloved founder, talked about how Project Donna is her dream. So I want to thank you for making her dream come true. She passed away in 2014. She didn't attend our 25th anniversary, but it was a little bit interesting how she wrote her letter to Project Donna volunteers right before she died. She just kind of knew or something, but you had made her dream come true. Historically, Project Donna at Windward Buddhist Temple began in 1993, and Betty Okamoto, Betty, can you stand? She was the site leader here from 1993 to 2016. With the help of Windward Buddhist, or then Kailua Honganji, Betty was an excellent, as Jean said, excellent site leader. She recruited, she trained, she did everything. She wrote wonderful articles in the newsletter, and I think we all, well, at least I'm very grateful to the late Mrs. Dorothy Ono. I saw her picture in the other room, and she was really, really helpful with Project Donna, with her experience as a nurse, an administrator, and in the Honganji in general. She was really, really helpful. So I just want to thank Betty for the 23 years of being a site leader. And like Jean said, there's a lot to learn as a site leader. So since 2016, Jean has become the site leader. And she continues on, like with Betty, she trains, she recruits. She writes articles in the newsletter, and we have to thank, so have Jean stand up and please can we thank her. But it's really nice to see a lot of familiar faces. I saw Sensei and Mr. Kokino Friday at Kisei Kai. I only stayed for a little while, but that's okay, that was enough. But it's nice to see you. I just met Wayne, who tells me does the shopping for a person. I recognize the name, but I've never met. And then there's Lynette and other people who have become Project Donna volunteers. Okay, how many of you have watched or heard of, well, they call her Marie, but KonMari, yeah, with the Sparks of Joy? I think I was thinking about this last night. This is what I came up last minute. Marie Kondo, her thing was sparks of joy. Part of it is to declutter, downsize. And I was thinking, well, you know, sparks of joy. We get thank you letters, thank you notes, comments from elders or recipients. And I think Project Dana at Kailua or Windward Buddhist Church are their sparks of joy. So let me just read you a few of the sparks of joy that you folks have given to some of the elders in the community. One said, helps in many ways. This is another one. She is a living angel of mercy. Another one, she is God sent and made my life here in Kailua much more enjoyable. His visits are a bright spot in Elle's life. So just know that you folks are really appreciated by the elders. They may not say it that day, but the letters that we receive at the Project Dana headquarters and the notes, they all say these wonderful things. So can I have all the volunteers just stand up and can we give them a round of applause? And this is really hard. Stand up. I know there are a lot here. Thank you. The Project Dana Windward Buddhist Temple volunteers have helped temple members and those in the community for 28 years. The volunteers are the role models in spreading the universal principle of Dana, or selfless giving. It's really interesting. Every day at the office, we get phone calls. Who is Dana? Who is she? What does DANA stand for? And so it's an educational process, and I think thanks to Mrs. Kanazawa and Rose Nakamura, they have made Dana a household word. It's always, who is she? But so we do a lot of education, just explaining what Dana is. Project Dana, we're interfaith volunteer caregivers program, so we welcome people from all different faiths and no faith, or and volunteers too. It's, like I said, the word Dana or means selfless giving. I don't think a lot of people realize it's. I don't know if you say it, it's the. I explain it to people like it's the one of the precursors to be enlightened. Is that right, Sensei? I don't know if it's a precursor to be. But So you folks have made the word Dana, which is a Sanskrit word, a household name. So I want to thank you for that. I just want to share briefly, some of the stories about some of the Kailua volunteers. And I was looking, as I was doing my research, I noticed like Mr. and Mrs. Kukino, you folks are one of the originals, yeah? Prudence and her husband. And is there any other original from the very start? Any other original volunteer? Not that I can find. But these are just some of the wonderful stories that we've had from volunteers. Like Mr. and Mrs. Kukino, who literally saved their elder's life when she was in the bathtub for 20 hours, yeah? How long ago was that? I can't. But because they found her in the bathtub, and she had been in the bathtub for 20 hours, and then they called the EMT people and everything. Betty, who did Okinawan dancing for one of her recipients, connecting with the culture. And then Jean, who's helping her lady with one leg, yeah. She's not double amputee, yeah. She's just one. Okay, it's one leg amputee. So I just want to quickly ask, is there any other volunteers that want to share, maybe Wayne, just briefly, what you do?
I help a lady in marketing. She's frail, not able to walk around very well, so she needed somebody to help pick up groceries on a weekly basis.
So Wayne, he's a professional shopper for this lady. Is there anyone else that wants to just quickly share what they do as a volunteer, what they did as a volunteer for the past 23 years? That's okay, because for Windward Buddhist Temple, they offer the very important friendly visits, because we all know how loneliness affects elders. Loneliness can lead to physical, like malnutrition, dehydration. Ms. Kokino found a lady, and she was alone. The much needed provided transportation to doctors and grocery shopping, if they're able to. And then strictly shopping, that's really important. I just want to share something that was really nice. Okay, remember, we got New Year's cards from the entire 8th grade class of your Yolani school this year. 150 cards. And then the message said in each card it was the same. From the entire 8th grade class of Yolani school. 150 cards are the same thing, but that was fine. So Jean brought some back here, and Prudence Kusano and her husband, they were kind enough to come to the office in Moiliili and share that how her lady was so touched by that card that she received from one of those 8th grade students. And the lady wrote a nice thank you note. Prudence wrote up a little thing about how touched the lady was, because she wasn't forgotten. And this is a card that just says, Happy New Year, take care of yourself, we love you. And then Prudence brought from the elder this package of like fruit snacks or gummy bears or something like that. So I called the Iolani advisor, the one that's in charge of this project. He was so touched. He said that he's going to leave that, after it's empty, he's going to leave that box on his desk to remind him how important a project, even what they consider as small, as just giving New Year's cards to the elder. So he was really, really impressed. Yeah. So thank you, Prudence. Just other things I just wanted to update you folks on. In the, I don't want to say political world, but in the legislative sessions here in Hawaii, there are just a couple of bills that, just to be aware of, that's related to aging. There's not much. It's not a priority for our legislatures, is the aging, but there are some, 3 or 4. There's one, it's to provide funding for the Kapuna Care program, which is organizations like Project Dana, Meals on Wheels. I don't know if you're aware, Meals on Wheels lost their entire federal funding. Yes, this is the way that the government is going. So I just want you, with no side note or anything, I just want you folks to be aware of what's happening federally and how it trickles down to affect Hawaii. If you call for your auntie and for baby assistance, they have almost a year wait list because there is just little or totally no funding. So there's a bill relating to aging, makes appropriations to the Department of Health to provide full funding for the Kapuna Care program. There's also another bill I just want you folks just to be aware of. Have you heard of the Kapuna Caregivers program? Where they're supposed to give $70 to any caregiver, working caregiver, that works 30 hours or more. So this would help them pay for services for their loved ones. There's an issue right now where they're going to give $70 once a week or $70 3 or 4 times a week. I don't know how effective that once a week is, but we have to think about those kind of things. So just a couple of bills that I want you folks to watch and listen. I'm really happy to announce some of our programs at Project Dana, and then I'll be giving Jean information. We do have our fall prevention program. How many of you know somebody who's fallen? Okay, that's too many. But one of the things at Project Dana, and this program is about maybe 10, 12 years old, we're discovering, the state says 8,000 or more runs to the emergency room are due to seniors falling. Now these are the ones that call the ambulance. There are many that do not call. Oh, I just fell, but I'm okay. I know one lady, she's in our support group, and she fell Christmas time, and she thinks she hurt her hip and knee, so she's still limping. I said, did you go to the doctor? She said, no. I said, but you're still limping. She goes, oh, I'll be okay. okay, or, there was no blood. The famous saying is, there's no blood. Okay. So if you folks know or are considering a fall prevention assessment, please let Jean know, or you can always call our office. Now, we're really happy to announce that we do have a family caregiver support group that's been going for 18 years. And finally, after a couple of years of working and getting things done, we're happy to announce that we're going to start a second family caregiver support group. It's going to be held at Waipahu Hongkanji, and it's to focus on, number one, the working caregivers. It's going to be held on a Saturday, the working caregivers, because that's where the population is going now, is to the caregivers who work, and caregivers who live out the east side over there. So, it's just going to go on for once a month right now because we want to see how well it does. But we're really happy that we can announce the second support group. I'll leave these flyers here. But these are the newest, well, the support group is the newest. The other two groups are newest services that Project Donna is providing. We try to keep up on what the trends are. The trends are the fall prevention. The trends are, as we age, there will be dementia or memory loss. That's a promise. So we try to have trainings for our volunteers, just to be aware. And the more aware we are of our loved ones with some sort of memory loss, hopefully the doctors, the physicians, the primary care physicians, the internists, hopefully they will be aware and that there are things that they can do to help the families or help the elders. I've heard too many times when the doctor has told the family, oh, your mom's just getting old. And that's not true. All the research shows that memory loss is not a normal aging process. So just be aware of those, because there are some doctors that, for whatever reasons, they don't want to deal with, or they don't know, most of them don't know how to deal with. So on issues like this, you can always call Jean, and then Jean can call me because we have a lot of information at the Project Donna headquarters in Waiini. But what I do, I'm really happy to announce that on September 28th of this year, Project Donna, we will be observing our 30th anniversary of Project Donna. This is an appreciation to all the volunteers statewide. So we're looking at maybe not quite 500 if people can come. For all the volunteers, the coordinators, we're looking at statewide. And our guest speaker will be Dr. William Thomas, and he is the creator of Eden at Home, or Eden Alternative. I don't know if you folks heard of that. But Project Donna, we've been training for about 10 years now on the Eden at Home concept and how to take care of your loved ones at home. So that's September 28, 2019 at the Po'omaikai Ballroom. The volunteers will be getting information. We're going to send it out to the site leaders, and so they can invite their volunteers. One of the things that I left in the back, this is our tax money at work, folks, so be sure to take it. This is the information handbook put out by the city and county of Honolulu. Each county, Maui County has their own, Kauai has their own, Big Island has their own, but this is for Honolulu. And this has, as much as possible, numbers and organizations and agencies that assist elders. So, how do I apply for food stamps? So, how do I look into different assisted living? So I left some in the back. There may not be enough. You can just let Jean know or let me know and I'll bring over. But this is really very valuable. And if you folks have family on the neighbor islands, each county has their own too. So you can, we get calls for their loved ones on Maui. We refer them to the Office on Aging on Maui. But I want to thank you so much for your 23 years of support. A couple of weeks ago, Reverend Yoshiaki Fujitani, he's one of the core members that started Project Donna in 1989. He posed this question to us: what will we do for the next 30 years as Project Donna? What will we do for the next 30 years? So that really made me think, my God, 30 years. But this is why, like Jean said, if you're willing to volunteer, just, a part of your time, it's always needed. The population, the aging population is just like, they say it's silver tsunami, but it's here already. It's here already. And then we have the baby boomers from the bottom up who have become seniors. And they're a real different population from our grandmothers. So if you're interested in volunteering, please let Jean know. But I think that's all I have to say. But I can say more, but that's going to be too long. And you're always welcome to come to the Project Donna headquarters in Wai'iwi. But thank you.
It's always good to see you away from the Blue House. And again, if you are interested in volunteering, please give her, their offices, or myself a call.